Hey, good morning, BGI. Just a quick note here to emphasize what I think is a very important phase of our company as we move forward here in the next several years. Many of you have heard me talk about a 10-year plan. Well, we've actually yesterday released what I'm calling the 10-year strategic approach and vision. It outlines where I think we need to go as an organization, and it outlines the path that I'd like to take. And it really puts the how we're going to do that in the arms of the leadership team. And we will start a relatively aggressive annual planning phase over the next several weeks. And that will lead to goals, and that will lead to action plans. And then we'll set up regular and routine and more or less kind of communique to make sure that we're accomplishing what we set out to do. Because I wanted to communicate to everybody a longevity situation, a 10-year look, not just talk in terms of gross revenue, but I wanted to make sure everybody knew that we are around for a while. You know, BGI is a major player in aviation training, and I think that there's several competencies that we have that we're going to fortify, and then we're going to try to develop some other competencies in the future that just keeps us sustained and also in a growth kind of capacity. So under that growth kind of theme, we're making some pretty significant changes, all very good, posturing people in their strengths and making us a formidable team. The first announcement is Dave Duvall will move from president to managing member. Dave is an integral part of our growth team. He will continue to provide expertise to the C-suite in the company. He'll focus on managing our joint venture Spectre, and additionally, he'll be providing, roll up your sleeves support to go out and win things, work with finance, and continue to make us a strong company. I've asked Chris Owens to assume the president role, and his job will consist primarily to ensure that the company grows. I'm capitalizing on the fact that while he was COO, he was able to pull together a significant amount of things under process and leadership development that made us much better as an operating organization. That strength I'm carrying over into the business development or growth arena, and asking for him to lead that charge. I'm also asking Corbin Hughes to assume the role of Chief Operating Officer. Corbin's done a great job as VP of Programs, and we will put more on his back and take some things off and share them with the rest of you so that he can assure that what we've got and what we're operating with right now under many of our P&L issues and some of our process areas will continue to be the best that it can be. Chris Cross, I'm changing his job title to Senior Advisor. The Senior Advisor pool consists now of Chris Cross, Jeff Zoil Penfield, and Bill Kangaroo. Their job is to integrate into the growth team and help us from every phase of it, the strategy and networking to the execution, and actually to ultimately participating in the development of materials that we send out to the government for wins. Greg Wadle remains as the Director of Business Development and will report directly to Chris Owens, and Tom Ritzman as VP of Corporate Technology will report also directly to Chris Owens. Additionally, over in the finance side of the house, Nancy Chilton has really demonstrated some leadership in terms of thinking out ahead and preparing us for this growth. And so she will pick up the role of Vice President of Finance. Now, there will be some other nuances as a result of these changes, but I wanted to make sure that you guys heard it straight this morning from me. And all these things focus on growth. I guess the part that I forgot is my own role. I'll remain as the CEO, but I'm going to put a significant emphasis on getting out there in the field and working with customers and the very definition of customers to find work for us and find partnerships for us and put us in places of impactful work that benefits the warfighter. That's our ultimate mission, right? So I'm going to work very hard on that. So please join me in congratulating everyone on these job changes. I think everyone's happy with what I've told them. Yesterday we released the strategic approach and vision, and your leadership should be contacting you and talking to you about these things. And I'm going to make myself available over the next week via some go-to meetings that you can call into and ask questions and share your information and ideas as well as we launch. So thank you very much, everybody, and congratulations to the team for your great work that you've done and the 10-year run that we've got out ahead of us. Bye-bye.